Appreciate it. Great to see y'all again.
You know where everything is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So what was the thought process behind everything, leaving and coming back?
Like when I left, it was like kind of so crazy. I tried to make everything was kind of like hit the fan or whatever, and I just tried to make the best decision for me. And I thought that was me leaving, and then coming back, I wanted to play another year. Looking like in 40 years, look back, be like, wish I played another season of football in a place that I love, and that's coming back here. So that's what made me come back. It's just I love this place, and I want to play here one more season. And maybe you don't. Take it for granted when you're here, but when you leave, you miss it. And so I just wanted to come back, and I'm grateful that Coach Venables let me come back. So I'm really excited to be here.
You're away. What did you learn at South Carolina, and what kind of perspective did you come back with? Obviously, a little bit different maybe than the first time around.
Yeah. I was in more like an NFL system there, so learning like football side of it, like getting in a huddle and doing that stuff, and playing more with my hand in the ground, and becoming a better blocker and stuff. And then I just learned a lot about myself, and like that I love playing the game, and I want to play it for as long as I can. And I just I miss this place, so I'm glad to be here.
Brent mentioned the first time he met you, if it was the first time, was when you let him know in 2021 that you were leaving. What was that first meeting this time around, or first interaction like this time around when you were back?
I just thanked him for letting me come back, because he didn't have to, and we just talked about South Carolina and how it was, and it was an easy transition back here.
Did you keep an eye on Oklahoma while you were in South Carolina?
Yeah, I watched every game. So.
Was that outside looking in, a program that you know pretty well? What that like?
It's always like cool, like watching like guys like play and stuff. But it was like, I guess I'd say like a disappointing year. But I thought they played pretty good overall. Like like 5 games came down to the last possession, so it's flip of a coin season. So.
How much easier is that transition made by the fact that Joe John is still, or Coach Bentley still here?
Yeah, there's a lot of offensive coaches that are still here, so that's cool. I know a ton of familiar faces in the facility, so it's it's made it easy to come back and fit right in.
After watching what Braden did last year, seeing that you could kind of benefit off of that, do you think you can have a big year, like that type of year that Braden had last year?
Yeah, I think I can. It's a good offense for a tight end, and I think I can contribute and do some things well in this offense and help contribute.
What stood out to you about the way that they used Braden, or used that tight end position last year, and that you're not stepping into?
Kind of used them in all different spots on the field, and that's one thing I think I'm good at is getting first stool, getting around, and putting my hand in the dirt and going splitting out wide. So I think I can. He did a great job last year, and I think I can do good as well.
Was Joe John the first call you made?
Yeah, I called my buddy Tanner Schaefer. I used to live with him, and now he's a coach now. So I called him, and I was like, "Hey, can you talk to him?" And I want to come back. So that was kind of went from there.
Was it a hard call to make?
No. Well, I was hoping he'd say yes, but if he said no, then it would have been a little awkward. But yeah.
Were there even any other schools to consider? Or was it you picked? You knew where you wanted to be.
Once that was good, I didn't talk to anybody in the portal. Like I didn't text anybody back. So yeah, so that was good.
Who'd you hear from?
Like Colorado, West Virginia, Ole Miss, SMU. But I just wanted to be here.
You mentioned when things hit the fan, obviously that's not something you can really plan for, but just how hard was it a decision to leave OU the first time around?
It was hard. I had a lot of stuff going, like with my health-wise, like coming off an injury and stuff, so it kind of played into that season, maybe like messed with my head a little bit. And I just wanted to get out and do something new. So.
What's it been like to see the fan reaction of a lot of excitement to have you back?
Yeah, it's been cool. It's always good to play at a place you love, and so I just want to, do everything I can to help this university and help this team. So
it's about catching from a left-handed quarterback.
It's a little different, I was talking to the new Coach Jones about it. I was like, it's a little bit different. He was like, yeah, you're still catching a football though. So I guess he makes a good point there. You still got to catch it. So
First impression, Jeff Levy.
He's cool. He's really smart, and he knows what he's doing. He's got a good plan, and he knows what he wants to do. And he knows offense like obviously like the back of his hand. He's really smart, knows defenses, and he gets guys open scheme wise, which is awesome.
I assume you've gotten to talk to Dylan a pretty good amount. What's that relationship like so far?
He's really cool. He's a high energy guy, and he like makes the workouts a lot easier just because he brings so much energy. So that's good, and he can really spin it. So
I know it's a lot different than what it was with Coach Riley, but is it still kind of just like being home when it's all said and done? Like,
Yeah.
Does it feel normal?
Yeah, it's the same but different. So that's what it kind of is, and that's why I'm wearing 81. It's the same numbers but different. That and the Caden Helms at 18. So
Something that is big different from last time Harry Schmidt is back here. What
Yeah.
has that been like for you the last month or so working for him?
It's been cool. I like him a lot, and I think he likes me. So he's he knows what he's doing. He's like one of the legends in the strength world, as y'all know, and it's been really good getting in there. Workouts are hard, but that's good.
Yeah.
How will you remember your time at South Carolina? When you look back, you said 40 years from now you wanted to give it one more go, but how will you look back on South Carolina in your year there?
It was a cool experience, getting the SEC, seeing something different, and they have an awesome fan base. Coach Beamer is doing a great job, and they'll be good. But I just wanted to play somewhere that I played for 3 years and I missed.
When you're thinking about hitting the portal, not just different every guy, like you and Spencer both went there. You talk to him about it, or you just talk to your parents, talk to coach? How'd that go?
You kind of talk to everybody like that you trust, and I trust Spencer. I talked to him about it and stuff, and so I talked to my parents had a big role in it, and but I just kind of made the decision for myself. I was like, I want to come back, so.
You got asked already, but you got a chance to play both the SEC now and the Big 12. Just how close how comparable are they, and how much do you think OU has to prepare for what they're going to be seeing down the road?
Football is football. Every team is different. Like matchups are different. Like one team might get beat this week, and then the next week, they'll play a team they should have lost to and win. But it's all a matchup deal, and I think us and the Big 12 will have. Going in, it won't be as big as a change as people think.
Mention your family, just how much have they been supportive during this process the past few years, with the injury, with the transferring, coming back, just how big have they been?
Yeah, I got best parents in the world. They've done a great job just like being for me and being there for me, and my brother goes here, so it was good to be back and be where he's at.
Someone who played a big role in the last Bedlam in Stillwater, get the chance to go back this year. How excited are you for that, in particular, that game on the schedule this year?
That'll be fun. It's always good to go up there and play. They got a cool environment, so that'll be fun to go back up there. Trace Ford's probably a little bit more excited than I am, but yeah. It's kind of like, that's what I was kind of thinking at first, and I was talking to my dad. I was like, won't that be kind of weird? And he's like, yeah, he's like, in 20 years, you just say you played at Oklahoma, and then people ask you played South Carolina, and you're like, oh, yeah. But I had a good experience in South Carolina. That place is really good. It has a special place in my heart, and, I liked it, but this is home.
Does it feel weird being a part of a, newcomer class right now, especially knowing the time you've spent before here?
Yeah, 2 recruiting classes, kind of weird, but I had to do all the new guy stuff, which was cool. But going through the second time,
what was Chain's reaction when you told him you were leaving?
I just told him I wanted to go back back closer to home and be near my family. It's hard on my family to go out there just because it's so far, like a plane right away, and it's good to be back closer to home where they can come to my games and stuff.
Did they tell you that you're like the first guy to do this or anything? Into the portal, out of the portal, and back to where you came?
Yeah, I guess so. I think I saw somewhere where someone did it before me, so that's good, I guess. Yeah, not the first one.
Right.
What's the process been like? I know you haven't done a whole lot, but just getting to know Dylan, getting to know kind of the new offense here with Coach Levy.
It's been good. Third offense learning, so you got kind of tips and tricks to help learn it. And Dylan's cool. He's a great job, great high energy guy. Makes those workouts a lot easier if you're working out with him. He brings a lot of energy. So,
how much did you look back over here last year and like the struggles that these guys had on the field? Was it surprising?
I watched every game.
Yeah.
Kept an eye tab on it because I got friends still on this team that played last year, and I just wanted to see it. And they lost 5 games by the last drive. So those are just games that, you know, flip of the coin that have gone our way in the past couple of years, and it just comes with experience. And you know, next year we'll turn around.
It seemed like, you know, no matter what happened around here the last year or so, everybody still has a full vision about what Brent wants to do. Is that easy for him to sell to guys, you think?
Yeah, I mean, this place is historically like one of the greatest places. 14, 18 Big 12 champs. I mean,
Sure.
This place is Oklahoma, and we're going to be at the top. And you know, we had a down year, but we'll be back.
Sure, it helps that you've already been through this before. You know, like playing for Oklahoma, knowing what it means to everybody around here.
No doubt. Yeah, it means a lot, and that's one of the reasons I come back, because this is one of the greatest places to play, and you know, it means a lot to put on that Oklahoma jersey.
You're in a unique situation where you're a portal guy who understands Bedlam.
Yeah.
When you look over at Trace Ford, just your thoughts on Trace and just the move, and how interesting was you when you heard the news of him transferring from LSU?
You know, it's cool. I mean, I get it. He wanted to stay like in Oklahoma and come play for it, and you know, it's it's probably for sure a little weird, but going back, it'll be fun for him, and we'll hopefully, you know, take care of business.
You mentioned keeping up with Oklahoma. Did you keep in touch with the guys too? Some of them, like Braden, for instance.
Oh yeah. I called Brady before. You know, I just kept tabs on just watching the Sooners throughout the year, and kept tabs on the guys. So.
You know, he like emerged into the man last year, right?
Oh yeah.
Did you see that coming from him?
Yeah, he's worked his butt off ever since I've known him. He's one of the hardest workers, and you know, it was just a matter of time, and he was the man.
Did it make your decision easier knowing how they used him?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he tore it up, so it's like, you know, you'd want to come to a place like this. So.
Sure.
Apologies you've been asked, but obviously working with Coach Smitty for the first time, I'm sure you've maybe heard some of the stories about him from your first time at OU. Just what's that been like, finally getting that experience?
It's cool. You know, you've heard the stories about him and whatever, but you know, I like him a lot, and I think he likes me. So it's been a good transition, and a lot of hard work.
Appreciate it, man.
A lot of guys to reflect on over the past years. We've got a lot of guys to reflect on the past year or so about the transition. The day Coach Riley left, and sitting in there, and here he comes, and Coach Joe Stigley's there, Coach Stoops is there. You know what I mean? Can you recall that for us? Because you left shortly after.
Yeah.
Can you recall kind of your perspective on that story?
You know, they just told us, they came in there and said, Coach Riley came in there and just said he was leaving, going to USC, and then it kind of, you know, you just have to make a decision that's best for you, because it's, you know, and that's all kind of I remember.
Yeah, was that like a shocking, like a what? That can't be right. Did you like mull over feelings in your head, or how did that shake out?
I was like, that's crazy, but I mean, I guess I get it, but you know, he's got to make a decision that he thinks is best for his family, and you know, that's what he did. So best of luck to him there.
I'm sure everyone's been asking this, but having experienced SEC football, is there any doubt that the Sooners can compete in that conference?
Yeah, it'll be fine. You know, it's a really good conference, but you know, football's football at the end of the day. So, you know, you have to adapt, and they have some really good teams, and we just have to play really good football to win games, just like in the Big 12.
And then comparing the feeling now to, you know, on those teams you were on before that were winning Big 12 championships, do you feel an extra sense of urgency in this group to try to get Oklahoma back to the top of the mountain?
There's a chip on the shoulder for sure, but there's always been like a chip on the shoulder. You know, at Oklahoma, you're gonna get everyone's best shot. So you know, that doesn't change if you have a losing season or if you're the Big 12 champs. You're gonna get everyone's best shot. So we always have that same chip on our shoulder.
Awesome.
He's going to be gone in 24, right?
Yeah. Had my season.
Yeah. So you got like 20 passes last year.
Yeah.
Do you have a goal for this year? Anything statistically, numerically?
Just help the team win in any way I can. Yes, sir.
How do you think the position is different on Coach Levy than it was on Coach Riley?
Good question. It all evolves. You know, Coach Riley's tight end, the way he uses tight end evolved before I got here to when I left. Changed so much. So, you know, it's kind of hard to tell. It's like more on a personnel type. So, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see.
Thanks, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Good to see you.